day. We're headed into the desert. Beautiful plane path right here. I don't think you could ask for a nicer one. 7, as we head into Miramar. I know that you've been doing your homework. I know you've been looking at some of these players. What's on your mind going into this Miramar?
GG just pisses me off, man. I'm going to say what Jason wanted to say. What's wrong with this team? Like, going from being a top 3 team in PMWI to coming here to a PMRC where you can say the quality of teams are not as good as what it was during PMWI. Maybe in a world going back to what we were talking with Kitsune, they were trying out different things here and there. Okay, obviously, it's not working out. It's not working out here for some of the stuff the teams are doing. It's not working out for pretty much the rotations, whatever it might be. I feel like they got to switch it back to what was working in a way at PMWI, because I'm with Jason. This is just a horrible performance out of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not what we expected, that's for sure. Now, you know, like we did talk to Kitsune, and he did say again that we were going to try something new this circle. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Let's go. When's the last time we saw a zone like that? When's the last time we saw a drop like this in Picado as well?
Oh, yesterday, if I remember correctly. And guess what? Now GK has the man advantage, which I'm happy about. Can they actually do something with it, though? That's going to be the big question mark.
Let's see. Here comes the push. Most likely going to happen here in the next few seconds. Ragnar, he's got that S12K locked. And did you see the toes? He does.
That's his teammate.
Oh, no. Okay. I was about to say. I don't know why for a second. I was like, why is he looking at his position so heavily?
That's your ex-pro player taking over. It's like, I see toes, shoot him.
I see toes, shoot the toes. No. Meanwhile, like, they're just holding an angle. Okay. But, you know, you have Regnum Karya up on top on the 5 stack here of this apartment building. So they know that they're going to come out. Now, Gaith here is in a very precarious position because he's the one that's going to be able to tell his teammates, all right, are they jumping out? What are they going to do? Because right now, Regnum Karya is completely trapped. Oh, wild.
You want to know what else pisses me off?
What is that?
GK with their hot drops. It just pisses me off, man. We should have a segment that's just called 7 Gets Pissed Off, because why are they continuing to do this? Like, what are you going to be learning about this hot drops, dude? You learn absolutely nothing. Yeah, you get to practice your close quarters. That's about it. You're not going to be able to really strap much. Here we go. Here comes the fight. At least, guess what? They're able to get a knock. Can they continue to get more knocks? Is he going to go for it? Satan currently with the UMP.
Satan just needs to pre-fire. He can't get knocked here. He does. He's going to get thirsted immediately. He should have at least waited for a little while for his teammate. Ragnar gets popped in the back, and GK getting absolutely dominated. How did this turn around? This is a 3v4.
It pisses me off.
You know what grinds my gears? Yeah, we need to have a sentiment. We definitely need to have a grinds my gears segment for Oh, Gaith said, you know what? You took out my friends. Take some of this. Not going down without a fight.
All right, Gaith, come on. Now's the time. Do it. I believe in you. Just go out there with the DBS and take over. You're going to be able to hear that. You're going to go for it.
Oh. Pitbull fake. He sees him. He gets one. How did Wild not clear the other side? Now here comes the Uzi. It's a 1v1 situation. Oh, here they go. They know the angles. Nice pre-fire there from Messel. And look at the pop-off. Look at the pop-off down there. Yeah, baby! We took out GK. We're down 2 members. Let's go.
Yes! Let's see what's going to happen here. Wild, I don't know what you were doing. I think he decided to loot up his teammate's box for some reason.
Yes! We're down 2 members in a Miramar match where we need everybody else. Let's go!
Hot drops, right?
Nice.
It makes total sense. Now, I do want to end up seeing what some of these teams are going to be doing here with this circles, because, oh, man. GK continues with the hot drops. Going from Erangel, then to Miramar, and then if I'm not mistaken, we're probably going to end up seeing it again in the next Miramar. I just don't know what they're trying to get out of this, man. What?
I mean, I think they're just having fun at this point. The Golden Marauder. Don't see that very often. It's only 1 in this map, and they decided to abandon it. Very interesting. Take a look here as Yusuf trying to get some shots downrange. Yeah, it is wild to see that battle in Pecado Sin City still go on between GK and I don't know. I know we're gonna see it in the next match, but Regnum Karya, they'll take these points all day long. They're currently in 2nd place. and they are big chillin'. I mean, I'm surprised to see GK commit to this down in 8th.
Yeah, we'll see what ends up happening. Let's actually talk a little bit about Team GQ. I was alongside with Blanco. What he was saying, he was surprised to see this team currently within the top 3. Well, guess what? I agree with you, Blank, but they're actually going into one of the strongest matches from maps from them yesterday because they were able to secure a first-place finish with 17 elims. Maybe they're going to be looking to mimic that here today. We'll have to wait and see. And as we're seeing Brute Force, that's another team, man. I hope they end up with somewhat of a good game here today because they started off hot yesterday, and today it was an absolute crash down.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like the shenanigans tomorrow are only going to get more shenanigan. It's going to be ridiculous tomorrow. So I want to see how these teams decide to hold this. All right, you can see Satan there. Got that nice little spray on the last bullet. Got that headshot. And this thing's falling apart for GK. A wild situation here, especially from Gates holding that angle.
Look, he was just standing there.
Oh my gosh,
he was starting to loot. What?
Unbelievable. But they get the last laugh at the end of it, and I'm surprised. I'm not going to be shocked if we see it again in the next match. Okay, so we got the most ultra southern circle of southern circles for circle number 1 in Miramar. I wonder if we're going to have that energy continue, a full southern shift again. That would be absolute insanity.
Keep it going. We're already starting to see some teams spread out. We see Mad Bulls in a completely different place to the right, which is going to be working out for them. We'll see if it actually ends up working out whenever this circle closes down. Regnum Karya currently taking all the time that they want to take to just loot up Picado as they are the Picado Kings. We'll see if they're going to be able to move into the zone because guess what? Now they only have 2 players after that hot drop.
Yeah, and that's going to hurt their overall performance here for this match very obviously as we see the Great Migration happen. So all these teams having to head to the south side of the circle. I hate the south side of Miramar. I'll tell you what, it is so difficult to navigate through here. You're scared of going down roads because you don't want to get popped out by other teams looking in that direction, and when you don't, you're forced to just drive on the most tough terrain in this entire game.
All it takes is just one little wrong move here in a vehicle, and your vehicle is going to be gone, which hopefully doesn't end up happening here to players. Guess what, though? AZ spotting some players from next Riyadh. He's going to lay down some shots. He's going to try to pump up his numbers in regards to damage. We'll see. You know what? He wasn't really... I don't think he was actually even able to hit on anybody.
Nope.
He just got a bunch of car.
But I'll tell you what. I mean, we see how these teams go after vehicles. Just remember that Erangel match a few games ago. I think it was Fireflux, all driving in one car, and it was like 2 seconds. Boom, gone. So that was a full squad wipe. So you could see these teams camping out these roadways. Come on.
I want some
Southern
water.
shift.
I want some water.
I want it all agua, baby. Full-fledged water. I want to see some swimmers. I want to see some sharks. I want to see some gangster sharks in the blue zone. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Okay. All right.
At least a little bit of water, right?
Not
what I wanted, but it's okay. And I was talking about Mad Bulls. Guess what? Now they're starting to rotate. That's good. Enigma Galaxy's already placed themselves in a great spot as well, alongside with Execute currently with the 2-2 split.
Would have loved to see.
I'm going to be looking at
Bridge.
GG currently with that 3-1 split. Tixie in the front. How they're going to be able to get into the circle. We need to see a good game out of GG, I feel like, here. Because right now, where they're currently sitting, oh, man. I know they're trying different stuff. I know it's PMRC, but this is a bit of an embarrassment.
Yeah, it's a little wild for Gladiators. I think, I was talking to Prepod from Brute Force, and he was talking about how much he was looking up to Kitsune and how he wants to be able to have a performance and a career path exceeding him, So Brute Force is going to be tough, but I'll tell you what, Brute Force is currently ahead of Gladiators for their confidence. I think it's going to definitely help out. I was congratulating them when I saw them at lunch today because I was like, dude, hey, for a first time ever at LAN, you guys are not performing bad at all. But he was saying, you know what? Oh, man, we could do better, And that's, I think, a good mentality to have coming into a tournament like this. You're hungry. New players, new squads are coming into this game, and they just saw one team walk away with almost $700,000 just a few days ago. They want some of that cheddar in the future.
They do, and they come in here today on day 2, and guess what? Nothing's been working out for them, so hopefully they're going to be able to mix it up. As we're talking about them, guess what? Prepod, the man you were talking to, getting some shots there on Tixie. I think if he's able to get Tixie, he would really be happy about that. And I hope with this team, right, with Brute Force, we got a chance to talk about them. First LAN event, first experience with this kind of caliber of teams as well. They need to go for it. There you go, Prepot. There you go. That's what we want to see. Keep it going. Some of the other players are going to be coming to here from GG. Secure all these ilms as much as you can because that circle is going to be tough, man.
Matic driving with his buggy, having to play it very carefully, full sending it, because with this buggy, you shoot out one tire, you're done. You're going to get spun out, and you are going to get eliminated. So you could even see Nexus about to get popped, and they do. Nigma Galaxy has just been eating Nexus Gaming alive. They have one good match and do a blind rotation that loses 2 of their players. That's got to hurt.
And now Kapahala is going to be trying to force himself into Road to Glory, and this might end up backfiring. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yep, he saw him now. He knows he's there.
Back away, please.
Just say,
oh, he's going to commit to it?
Never mind.
Okay.
Oh, no.
There you go.
Trying to get a little bit of more traction there. As Exo Machina is going to start flying just like this plane. And we're going to see Kapahal get knocked in the process. Nexo about to pop. Let's see a Los Eagles bridge finish. Let's go all the way south again. Let's keep it going. That'll make things interesting.
Oh.
Okay.
Straight down the middle.
Saying there's a chance. There's a lot of spots in this area that are pretty good. Excuse me is in a really good position here on that high ground. So I want to see them group up together, not do a 2-2 split like they're doing right now, because they're most likely going to get full sent on here in the next few seconds.
You're looking at excuse me. I'm actually looking at gangsters. Hold on. I wish I had my glasses. Am I seeing this right? Are they within the circle already?
They are! All the way on the south side. So they're holding that southern edge. That's going to be a little bit tough to push in if the zone decides to go back up north. We'll see how they be able to handle that, though, as Brute Force about to push up onto Team Falcons. They did get one knocked, and they're looking to get the nade onto Axer. It looks like Team Falcons are going to leave their IGL in the dust.
And going back to gangsters as we wait for this fight, here we go. Neos. There you go, Neos. Being able to finish off the player for your team earlier on. Oh, Nigma Galaxy actually losing some players to Vision, and Vision is going to be able to secure some ilms. Coops is down as well. Oh, Coops gets eliminated. Not good for Nigma Galaxy here, as they currently have just 2 players alive. Oh, not the pan. The disrespect.
What have you done? What have you done? So, Lord, getting a little bit of a get back right there. Beautifully done from him. But, man, Nigma Galaxy losing 2 players. They want to increase that gap since they had such a good performance before.
This is what I wanted to mention here with gangsters. Now they've been in the circle. Now they don't really have to worry about taking some more time to heal. Now they can actually take this time to set themselves up to possibly third-party fights. And this might be the turn for this team. Hopefully, they're going to be able to learn a lot for this. And I'm actually hoping that they are able, in a way, to get some of the players there from Vision, because it won't give them a false hope like what we were able to see out of them in Sandhawk. And as I say that, Wash almost gets knocked.
Yeah, Wash almost gets knocked, but where's the rest of the team, though? The whole team should be here, focused on Vision to eliminate them and clear the site out. But he is there, a Lone Ranger by himself. And you see Jafar on that off angle on the hill as well, so he does have a little bit of sight lines into this area. But I really would like to see the rest of the team here, because if there's a knock, you want to see that instant push. And since they haven't grouped up together, they're too far away, this has slowed down their potential to take this team out tremendously.
Yeah, and right here, you would at least want to see one of their players, right, from Gangsters being able to push up with his teammate and at least try to get different angles. Road to Glory, trying to be opportunist, trying to see if they can get some angles as well on Vision Esports. Not going to be able to connect on everything, but at least putting some extra pressure there on Vision Esports. And we can see Brute Force, a team that I've been wanting to perform well. Can they do it? They still have all 4 players alive, and on top of that, they have 4 ilms to their name, as they're now starting to rotate to AZ. AZ gets spotted. They're going to back off, and as we have the new circle popping up, where's it going to go?
Bridge, bridge, bridge,
straight down the middle.
Come on, baby. I want to see it. I want to see it.
Oh.
Let's go. My evil laugh is coming out because, I have not seen a Los Eagles bridge finish in years. So that would make things interesting as heck. Mad Bull's dead center of the map. Big chilling right here. Brute Force getting into it with GQ. A nice nade there from Neos from downtown is going to open up this fight. YDD does get picked off, though. That is going to slow down Brute Force's push. Smoke's coming out instantly. And Evo Station, yeah, trying to get it done with that mini.
That mini and those great angles here on Brute Forces. Now they're going to have to backpedal a little bit. They were able to get a little bit too cocky there on AZ. Well, guess what? It's starting to backfire. Neos, I don't think he's going to end up getting picked up. YDD, he might get a chance to get picked up here by his teammates. But one of the other players, Karya from Brute Force, does find himself in a tough spot, and I wish they end up disengaging here. And we can see Tixie, GG, currently trying to get lucky there, see if they can maybe get some ilims.
Well, I'll tell you what, Gladiators with that knock all the way from Matic was absolute insanity. That definitely was a great play right there. And you know what? We're back, baby. We're back, coming harder than ever as we watch De Muerte get eliminated. That's got to hurt.
Gave me a heart attack there with that screen. I was like, wait, hold up. What? No, not happening again.
No, baby. This is too hot. This is too hot for all you guys. You got to give you guys a little bit of a cool off right here because we're looking at Tixie now. Get one of the players from Brute Force. So I'm telling you, Brute Force, they did get the first elimination onto Gladiators, but Gladiators get the last laugh.
GG said, so we heard that you, one of your idols is Kitsune. Well, guess what? We're going to take over that. Tixie, was that 3 ilims for him?
Yes, sir, indeed it was. Tixie, 3 eliminations. He is starting to heat up here. Uh-oh, this UAZ is getting shot to heck. You can see the adrenaline syringe coming on out. This is way out of the next circle. Actually, it's right there on the edge of it, but where this next zone could go, it's going to be an interesting push from them. They do not want to lose their vehicle.
It is going to be a tough one, and they are currently having those vehicles smoke up, and we've seen what happened earlier with Fireflux, and that's what they're going to decide to back off and get on this bus, which might be one of the worst vehicles to drive in Miramar.
Yeah, the wheels on the bus do not go round and round that good in Miramar. Sending it off the mountainside. Here we go. Now we're starting to really speed up here as they are full sending it on down into their next position, and they are getting shot to heck. They got to be careful because only a few more shots. This thing's going down. They do see that crate. They want it, but they ain't going to get it. Pre-pod, they full send it on out. They get Evo Station. Pre-pod, with this angle, going to do a lot of damage here to GQ.
GQ there, fully sending it to Pre-pod. Pre-pod is going to decide to back off a little bit. Is that? No, that's not going to be able to hit this. Oh, it takes him with those shots. Wow. Easy pickings. Absolute easy pickings for him.
Backing it on up, backing it on up. Right into the lobby, just like that. Tixie with a nice shutdown there. Vision Esports, gone. Team GQ still holding it down. Pre-pod holding it in the shack. He's the last remaining member for Brute Force. 4 eliminations, so a good game for him, but just trying to put some points on the board for his squad. Where's the next one to go? Come on, Bridge. Come on, Bridge.
Come on. Please. Pretty please. Maybe if we ask him nicely.
Please, Bridge. Can we see a Bridge finish? Toxic Bridge finish?
Oh.
Toxic Bridge finish?
So there's a chance.
Oh my gosh, this is getting intense. Okay, all right. This Southern Shift has got me excited because that would be absolute chaos. I wonder what Mad Bull's going to do is they are the team gate guarding this bridge here. Team Falcons, they do have a chance to try and swim across and go up through the bridge. That would be insane, but they're most likely going to go ahead and just rotate down that beach side.
Which might be the right play for them, and we'll see what other teams as well that still have all 4 players standing like Fireflux is going to be able to do. We've been talking about this team. I think it's time we might get a chance to see it, and guess what? Am I seeing that right? Is that a bit of a botation?
I think TQ found something. TQ found something, and he's heading underneath the bridge. That is interesting to see. Let's look at GQ. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Frozen. What are you looking at?
Fizz said, you're going to stay still for me. Guess what? I'm going to take advantage of that. GQ being able to get some of the players there from Nextria. Wolf trying to get an angle here on the GQ players. Is he going to be able to? I don't know. And GQ, meanwhile, they're having to fight 2 fights. Nextria and GG as Matic is trying to get some angles as well. Tixie is currently down. Kitsune nowhere to be seen, and Matic might be able to get this revive.
That smoke really coming in clutch right there. This is still out of the circle for them, so they're going to have to go ahead, get this pickup, hop in that buggy, and send it into the next zone. Excuse with a really good position on that hill. Like, they have not had to move at all. Gladiators very split up here, even though they are only down to 3 players. Way more split up than I think is comfortable for them, but Kitsune with this off angle, maybe he's trying to prove us wrong.
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen crazy splits out of GG, so I wouldn't be surprised if they decide to stay with that one. Maybe they'll decide to actually back off and regroup a little bit since they only have 3 players alive. Nextria, meanwhile, they decide to fully send their pre-pod. We see him being able to get some shots there on GQ and as well on other teams. Good for pre-pod, putting out those numbers that we're talking about, up to 5 eliminations now.
Ooh, all by himself, too, in that shack. He has become a problem in this lobby here. Getting the eliminations left and right. Okay, next Riyadh gonna hold this spot right here inside the zone. They do have these hay bales, but their vehicles are completely exposed. You can see that smoke coming out right there to try and help them out. And oh, Beck getting a nice knock onto them. That is gonna make things more difficult as we watch. Oh, there's going to be a heck of a battle here on the north side. It's going to be absolute chaos.
Enigma Galaxy with only 2 players. We saw what they were able to do earlier with just 2 players. And guess what? Next, Riyadh, gone.
Just like that. They thought that it was safe in that position, but one well-placed nade was all it took. And yeah, Kutsune was like, I swear I saw a team right there. And they're gone.
And that's all she wrote.
Gone.
By the way, pre-pod before this game, we saw that earlier he was able to be up to 5 illims. Before this game, he only had 1. So good performance out of him here, even though he is the current last player alive there for Brute Force.
Come to me. Come to me, Zistoffies. Come on.
Go pick him up.
Yeah, he's going to try and put him up on his shoulder. Pull into this next zone. They do have that little valley there to work with. The next zone is about to pop. Southern Shift. One more, baby. Come on, Bridge. Bridge.
You know who'll be happy?
What?
Falcons.
Oh, TQ will
Team
be
Falcons
happy too.
will be so
Yeah,
happy.
yeah.
Oh, Mad Bulls is really happy
know
right
what?
now.
I'm happy because it counts, baby. It counts.
Does it? Okay.
The bridge is still in play. Pre-pod does go down as Soul K eliminates the man, the myth, the legend. So there he is, eliminated. 9 teams still remaining here.
Pre-pod not able to get any of those placement points, but making it up with those eliminations that he was able to secure for his team. And now we go back to GG. How are they going to be able to reach this? They're pretty much going to have to just fully send it down. And another team that needs to figure out the next rotation is going to be Enigma Galaxy because they're going to have Fireflux. Fireflux hasn't fought anybody in a minute. They only have 1 illim, and you know they're going to start looking for those illims very soon.
Well, I'll tell you what, another team in that same position is going to be Mad Bulls. They have been holding this spot right here for the entire match. Gangsters with a nice rotation are going to hold the other side of this bridge, and this is good for them because they're also going to be able to control this southern side. They still have vehicles. They're going to be very well protected. A good, solid rotate from Gangsters, and nice and early, too.
And I like that they decided to take this spot. Remember, one of the teams earlier that we were talking about wanting them to take this spot was going to be Team Falcons. Guess what? That didn't happen. And I was talking about Enigma Galaxy. How were they going to be able to rotate into the circle? It didn't end up happening as they got eliminated. Here comes the push. GG against Mad Bulls. Can they clutch it up?
Yep. Gladiators know they want this position. They know it's the best spot in this circle, but Mad Bulls are going to have to defend it with everything they got. That nade really beat up them, and Tulika gets a nice knock onto Tixie. Kitsune really beat up, does hold it down though, gets the thirst. FPP action coming up here as he does the jump out, gets popped immediately. Gladiators not going to be successful in this push.
And meanwhile, some of the other players are going to be able to come in third party, and guess what? Falcons is able to third party that as well. Mad Bulls, did they even get any illims out of that?
Yeah, they did. They picked up a couple right there, so they did get 2 eliminations onto Gladiators. And I'm glad they got that fight done really quick because since they did, it did eliminate the chance of them getting third-partied from Team Falcon. So Mad Bulls making a nice stance in their spot. As we look up top here, this is Regnum Karia up against Fireflux Esports. Oh yeah, Road to Glory. Yeah, here they are.
Road to Glory currently being patient. Guess what? A team that's been patient. Fireflux waiting for the right time. Team Falcons starting to send it. Gangsters, the team that was able to take advantage of their spot, currently taking on some shots, and one of their players does end up getting knocked. But Team Falcons causing some damage as well, keeping their players alive, making sure to get anybody who decides to pick here from Gangsters.
Falcon Punch with that mini. Looking to catch any of these players from Gangsters if they peek it out. They're going to lose that bus. They know it at this position. They're really hoping the zone goes to their side though, because if it doesn't, since they have no vehicles, Team Falcons, it's not looking too good.
Yeah, it's not going to be looking good because what XQ right now, not in a good spot. Fireflux, we've been waiting to see this firepower out of them. Lutz taking on some shots. I want to see, wait, where's Solus? Solus, where you at with that MENA 14? Well, this is your chance to shine.
It's Lutz looking to shine today here in this second Miramar match that we got going on, and we're going to see Mad Bulls still holding it on here on this edge.
Gangsters waiting to see if they can catch anybody from Team Falcons. Come on, Team Falcons. Where you at? Peek out. That's what they're truly saying if you're Gangsters. Waiting for the right moment. Road to Glory. They know that at one point they're going to have to fight their way in against Fireflux. And on top of that, Gangsters is currently setting themselves up. Mad Bulls, they might just be still within the circle. So many teams are going to have to rotate, but luckily for Road to Glory, they still have their vehicles since they were able to secure them earlier.
Soulless still holding this ridge line, working out pretty good for them in this time. Let's see as this next circle is going to go at center up. So Mad Bulls is still in it. Soul K getting picked off. That's going to hurt as Toffees is going to go ahead and try to get that nade to finish him off. Eliminate those sight lines. Actually, those are going to be some smokes, and as nades come in from the rest of Fireflux, GQ going to have to battle their way into this next circle, and it's only Toffees up left.
GQ, one player standing. Can he do something? He's currently being a headache here for Fireflux. I think he's going to decide to go to the... Yep, he decided to be down by the blue zone, and now Fireflux is going to have to worry about XQ. XQ is going to be moving on to them. They're going to be trying to get an angle as Fireflux has to push into the end. They don't have any I mean, are they going to be able to maybe hop on that buggy and try to make a push for it? It's going to be a tough one as Ketch ends up getting knocked.
Fireflux is having to run in the wide open right now. Solus is going to have to be able to make it happen with that M16 single fire popping away. Road to Glory on the other side of the road. Doing a great job of holding things down. Here comes Soul K trying to catch a nade on the back. Ooh, does tap him up a little bit off the mark though. I believe they did edge in just enough to get into this next circle, so they are fine for now. But oh, the shots from Kaliga, I mean, that's what I'm talking about.
That's what you want to see, being able to see a player peek out and making sure you confirm that into a knock. And now Fireflux making a push here on Kaliga. Kaliga is going to have to peek up at one point. He's going to have to collect some shots onto Lutz. Lutz is able to lay down on just a ridge, which is going to give him just the right amount of cover as Kaliga now is going to have to rotate out of there. He ends up getting knocked by Furia from Excuse Me.
Beautifully done. He is holding this edge of the sign right now as the little bit of cover he has. So full day laydown mode right now as he's trying to gatekeep this team. Rio, last member up for Road to Glory. Trying to get some shots onto Excuse Me. He's going to hold it right there on that edge of that buggy. He wants to keep that buggy just in case as he's trying to get some more placement points for his team. Fireflux in a really bad spot right now. They are full laid down, just trying to crawl their way into this next circle.
They've been in a bad spot for a minute. They haven't had any vehicles. They've been having to worry about so many fights as well. Ketch currently laying down on the ground, seeing if he can just inch up slowly. Gets what? Lutz, 2 Illims, Solus, 1 Illims. But one team that has surprised me so far here in this Miramar has been Excuse Me, as they currently have the angles. They currently have a bit of a high ground too, but they are going to start getting pushed out by the circle.
Team Falcons on the bottom of this map, trying to push their way in. So they did end up getting control of this bridge line. Gangsters, Jafar getting popped by TQ. Beautifully done. That's going to eliminate that off angle and leave Team Falcons with a whole lot of room to breathe now. Now it's a total battle here on the north side as, excuse me, running right into Fireflux. They were like just cobras waiting to strike here on the side of this hill.
Excuse me, totally forgot that Fireflux was going to be right there. Now they're going to be finding themselves against the wall as Fireflux is now starting to make a push here on Mad Bulls. Are they going to be able to convert anything? We see Kedge throwing some nades. Lutz ends up getting knocked. And on top of that, Rio also being able to get some knocks. You can see, excuse me, Black-White trying to get some knocks. They're going to get eliminated. Tulika from Mad Bulls being able to clutch that up and making sure they eliminate, excuse me.
Here comes Mad Bulls trying to make the push and trying to get into the action while this is just absolute chaos. Shots coming from every single side of the map. It's just Tulika up trying to make a play, and he has to do it.
This might be the right time.
Too strong. Fireflux, how are they holding this position?
While all that fight was going on, guess what? Ketch had the right amount of time to be able to heal up. Currently, Rio has 2 Illims. He's going to be throwing some nades, seeing if he can connect with anything against Fireflux. And a team that was a trouble for Gangsters earlier, Team Falcons, now they're moving up on this scene and seeing how they can possibly win this game.
I don't know if it's Team Falcons or a one-man army at this point, because TQ is having a match right now. I think I just saw him with 7 eliminations all by himself. And he does have a decent sight line from here. The problem is that this circle is going to close into nothing. How is he going to decide to make this play?
It will close into nothing, but they need to be careful because Rio is that last inning player. You can see Ketch is aware of it. He knows that some nades came from here earlier. Rio currently just waiting it out. He has a buggy, but there's no way he's going to be hopping onto that anytime soon, as we do see a player from Team Falcons. It's going to be none other than King, currently inside a car, trying to get some different angles. He's going to get spotted by Fireflux. Kedge trying to get some shots there on Team Falcons.
Punch King at the bottom of this hill, just trying to find an off angle here, allowing some room to breathe for TQ. Lutz trying to hit a nade from downtown. It just barely missed about Rio with his off angle. Sneaky, sneaky. He sees them all. He sees them both. He takes the shots. He gets one knocked. Forced to stand up. He's pressing up. He has a DBS in his hand too. Switches towards it. Catch getting shut down. Rio with the 1v2. Can he do it once more for a chicken dinner?
He's going to be able to spot the players here from Team Falcons. He currently has this advantage as the blue zone is going to be pushing him out. Team Falcons trying to set themselves out behind this tree. He's trying to connect on somebody. He's going to be able to spot one. It's not going to be good enough as Team Falcons come out with the win in 18 total points. What a surprise.